Hi everyone, welcome back to Palworld. Uh, so yeah, you probably were expecting Vane today, at least at some point, because I haven't released a video this morning. I'm kind of trying to figure out what to do with Vane because I kind of don't want to play it anymore. I'm at the point in that game where I can do anything. I just have to go and get it to do it. And I'm not feeling the urge to go and do that. I just don't feel like doing that. So I think we're going to switch to playing Power World as the main series right now. Maybe later on we might go back to Vane. Probably when they do the new update, which might be at the end of August. Don't know. I don't completely know their update schedule, but we'll see. But I am feeling very good about wanting to play Power World, so we're going to probably switch to that as my main game to play this week. Probably all videos are going to be released into evening time. And then I'll start recording over the weekend of releasing videos in the morning, getting videos ready to release in the morning again. You know, getting all that sorted out. I just don't have the time this week to do that. And also, may I might record some for the weekend as well. I don't know right now if I'm going to do that. You might just be back to only 5 days a week on that right now. So let us go over what I've done since the last episode because I have actually done a lot since last episode since I recorded it on Sunday and I finished early enough. So I now have Flericles as my Kindle pals. I have like one of them that is the one doing my one of the ones that is doing. Actually, it might be both of them that are at my main base doing the smelting. Are both level 10s. I used my kindling books on them. I think I had two, but I might only had one. So those are all level 10. I have four of them here because I replaced the electric oven with this right here, this big, large scale stone oven, because four pals can work on it at the same time, which means things get done a lot quicker. So you really, once you get to this level of technology, you really don't need more than one item to do things, unless you want to specifically create one item. But this base is breeding only, so the only thing this is really doing is making cakes. I have a cook pot over there if I need to cook food for the pals. So yeah, so I've got four kindling pals for all that. The Washalaka here is actually just doing watering, not cooling anything, just here for watering. My Brawlhalla now has the 50% breeding farm increased speed, which means they're fully sold up here, or fully condensed, I guess I should say. It starts at like 20% and it goes up to 50%. So all the breeding I do is now going to be 50% faster. It does stack with the philanthropist effect, but it does not stack with the babysitter effect. The babysitter effect also only does 30%, which means use you could use the what I was trying to say. You could use the babysitter until your Brawlhalla is like condensed up to level 2, but I just kept Brawlhalla only and condensed it up all the way, and it's now at 50%. The other couple of things about the bases. Every base has a fluricle if they need for cooking purposes. I have added woolly pups to my ranch up there. They are giving me the cotton candy. The cotton candy is needed to make the mutation cakes, which are the extravagant vegetable cakes. So there's those. Let's see. I forgot that I hadn't got Shroomer Nock's saddle. I now have it, so now this effect is in effect. Before, I didn't have the saddle, which means this didn't happen. So now all of my bases who have a Shroomer knocked at them have 10% decrease of stand use. So that's nice. Sanity use. Still have Rexosaurus Lux here. Still have Petalil to increase the level. So Brawlhalla's planting is now level 8 instead of level 7 because of that. And this is our next focus right here. These two. There is a way to get these guys before it's possible to capture them, and that is through the mutation system. There are certain pals that have a certain number to them for breeding purposes, I think, only. And if you combine those two numbers together, the only mutation that can come from them is Agadron. And one of those is Ilderon Ignis. If you mate two Ilderon Ignis and they give you a mutated egg, it will always be Agadron. Which means you don't have to be... I think you can only really capture this guy when you get to the end game, like the last island to go fight the last tower, is the only time you can get them. So what the reason why you would want these two, and you could get these guys as early as level 19, which is when you can get the cakes and stuff and get all that, the breeding facility, beating Lily and Lylene, beating Zoe and Grisbolt. As long as you beat those two and you have the ability to make a cake, which if we take a look, the first cake is unlocked. All right. What you're looking for is, which one is it? It's not one of these. You already have it. I think you have to have the cook pot, right? Oh, no. You have to be level 19 because that's also when you unlock the breeding farm. You have to be both level 19 and have beaten Lily and Lylene to unlock the breeding farm. That's why. So you have to be both of those levels to be able to do that. So once you get to level 19, you can just breed this guy up with the regular cakes that are unlocked automatically in your recipe list, which is cake. As soon as available, though, you want to switch to vegetable cake because that gives you twice as many eggs. And then if you want to use it, it does take a while to go through because I had to use like, I don't know, 30, 35 cakes or something to get my 2 mutated eggs. The extravagant vegetable cake gives you a higher chance of getting mutations. Baseline, I think it's a 1% chance to get a mutated egg. And I think this increases it to like 3% to 5%. I'm not sure on the numbers. So yeah. So it's just, something you need to be aware of. Really, if you're going to try and breed for mutations, just use the vegetable cake. It's so much easier to make. It gives you twice as many eggs and stuff like that. Also, is it in my party? No. If you have it, let me sort here. If you have it, where is it? Not sure where it is in here. Where it would be in, oh, there it is. If you have it, get you a Grintail, condense it up all the way if you possible before you do this. And for the PAL egg has a 75% chance of receiving 1 extra. So if you do the mutated egg, when you use the vegetable cake, it can still only spawn 1 of those eggs as a mutated one, and the other one would be a normal egg. So you most likely will only get the 1 mutated egg. If you have your Grintail all the way condensed, you have a 75% chance on pickup to get an extra mutated egg, which will eliminate the issue I had in that. That's why I had to use so many cakes. Is I picked them up, but I hadn't condensed my Grintail enough to get a higher chance of getting an extra egg. So I had to continue on until I got another mutated egg. That's why it took like 35 to 40 something cakes to get it done. So what the thing is with these guys, why you want these guys. Not only are they really strong, but that's not really what you use these guys for. What you use these guys for is to make more of themselves, so you could come over here and use this machine over here. This machine over here is what's known as the PAL disassembler, which if we take a look, whoops, I spelled that wrong. At level 56, you need the ability to make PAL metal ingots, computers, nails, plasteel. The big thing is plasteel, really. Computers are not that bad. You're just going to have to get some materials for it, really. But the plasteel. The reason why that's such a thing is you need refining it and you need oil. Which, if you do not know, oil in this game early on is really, really slow. Takes a crap ton of electricity just to use one of them. There are spots here. I'll show you my base here that I have for oil right now. There are spots out in the world, and I'm on one of them, that give you 3 oil fields. It's this right here. See, this is the deal, and just watch how slow that is. To see how slow that number is going up. Yeah, that's the base speed of one of these things. You can increase them with research, which I haven't done. It's very stupid of me. Also, another thing you're going to need, this thing, is the large generator, the large electricity generator, which is actually a ancient technology, which is, where is it? It's a large generator. Not totally sure where it is in here. I think it's like somewhere after quartz mining, maybe. You also eventually want to get these at level 51. They're the high pressure ones. They give you the ability to use them anywhere. And the level 50 right before it, that's your large power generator. You need this to use that. It doesn't work if you don't. You can't generate enough electricity to run even one of these without that. I am also using one of the most the best generators for electricity there is, and I'm still barely keeping up. I am going over it because I have these 2 batteries here, so they generate enough electricity for it to go over it, and they'll fill these batteries up. And this happens, I think these things like discharge half of their capacity when you log out and back in, or they just reset themselves to half. But these Hephalerus Luxes are like one of the best generators for electricities early on that you can get. And not just for generating electricity level 5, it's how they generate the electricity. See how they're just flapping there and just doing that? They do it a lot more often than any other PAL does it. But you need the large generator really to take advantage of them because of how much power they're putting out. See, these things are still, they've already got this thing like the 39%. And I haven't condensed these guys at all. They're doing their base generating a 5. They don't have like remarkable craftsmanship. They don't have artisan, none of that stuff. And they're still going really fast. They don't need insomnia, because they're dark, which means they automatically don't sleep at night and things like that. The Eye of Cthulhu here is just to remove the oil into this barrel here, and that's what that's there for, is to hold the oil from it. And as you can see, I'm still have been talking all this time. I haven't made a single oil. I have now, but he's already taken it and moved it over there. But yeah, and that's just one. I haven't even expanded this at all, so I'm not really making good use of the PAL to be able to do plasteel yet. There is a trick to fit two of these on one node. Do not do that if you cannot generate enough electricities. This can barely keep up with like one, maybe two of them, if I'm lucky. I'm pretty sure pretty soon I'm going to be just tearing all of this down and taking it down, because I now have the ability to make the ones that you can place anywhere on the map, so you don't have to specifically put them on a node, which is what this is right here. This right here is what the node is. And if you line it, like I said, if you line it up correctly, I've only ever done it like once. And if you line it up correctly, you can place that on there, no problem. Two of them on there at a time. I'm just going to go over here and sleep because it's nighttime. But yeah, so that's how you get the plasteel for that. And that's your biggest deal. Let's go back to my main base and I'll show you the computers. They're not that bad. They do have some requirements, but at this point you should be able to make them no problem. It's the plasteel with the oil that's the problem. I think these might need a little bit of plasteel, but not a whole lot. Maybe 5 or so at a time. Yeah, it needs 3. So it's not that bad, but you do need oil going, and that's just a time thing. Yeah. So it's just something you have to be aware of. I have like 231 right now, so I'm okay, but I could be doing a whole lot better. Like right now, I can make as much as I want of all of this. In fact, I need to make some more regulars. Let me get to 500. I'm gonna make 1,000, but I'm gonna do 500 on each one. Here she is right here. And this is our ones I was talking about. These are the ones that have level 10 both. Yeah, they both have level 10 kindling. So, and they're remarkable craftsmanship, artisan, work slave, and insomnia, since they're not dark type. And she's already done. And the other one I think is still over there eating, and she's going to finish this one here pretty soon. And the Eye of Cthulhu's transporting things, and it is empty. And they're working on that one. I think she got hungry again or something. I have a mod on that changes the way their food works. It will let them go down to a certain amount, make them go eat and until they're like 95% full, and then they can just go. But using the stuff is like really a whole lot. Oh, I've also changed my merchant guys. One tip I found, I don't remember where I heard it, but if you make these PAL gear workbenches, that's what these are, the PAL gear workbench, which you unlock really early on. It's the only place I think you can make PAL gear at, like the saddles and stuff. If you make these in a base, you can just throw the guys in here out into the deal. I have them all down here at the bottom. And then you can just assign them with this thing in the fixed assignment where they're all on them. And then you don't ever use the power workbench, gear workbenches for anything. You just go over to talk to them to buy from them. It's easier than anything else. I am upset a little bit. Yesterday after the video, like about an hour and a half after the video, a legendary food vendor guy showed up, and I accidentally pissed them off. I threw the ball too early because the first one didn't want to, the legendary spear didn't want to work. So yeah. Also, I don't know what was going on yesterday as well. I had to like close the game down a lot and back open. No crashes or anything, but the map, every time I opened a map, it would just lag like crazy. It took it like about 3 to 5 seconds, maybe up to 10 seconds to open the map up from just pushing the M button. It took that long. I don't know why. I tried turning off all of the notifications of like the life mech effigies. I basically turned this whole thing off over here. Didn't help whatsoever. It's working right now. I did turn all of my graphic settings down to the like, instead of like being at the highest setting, they're down to like the high level instead of epic. But still. But it is time for cake. I have 100 cakes here for these guys to breed with. They're going to make me double eggs. So basically, we're just going to, let's do this. Let me do my party. I'll talk about my party after we do this. So I have also raised up my bronze cherries to full full condensation as well. I didn't breed them and make them. I went and actually used dog coins and bought the little fruit things for them. And they have a 45% chance on the bronze cherry and a 51% chance on a bronze cherry aqua, which equals to 100 and something percent, which means I am now getting, oh no, right. I haven't got the aqua up to 5. I've gotten them up to 4. I ran out of dog coins. That's right. But yeah, I haven't got them up to 4. I mean 5 on this one. So I'm at a 96% chance of getting a alpha egg. But we got 6 eggs out of there, so that's great. Go over here, set eggs, hatch them. Don't care what their stuff is. Open this up, sort it. Go over to the PAL disassembler. Acts just like the condensing machine. Just open this up. Oh, right, I forgot. In my, since I have 2 open slots, they automatically go into my party slots. So I need to get those out. Sort. So they should be, go in here, go all the way to the end. Look for these guys here and just do that. Sort that. And we have 60 precious stones and 141 ancient civilization parts. I messed up. The mess up was the bronze cherry aquas. The bronze cherry and the bronze cherry aqua. We can't make alpha eggs. That's why all that stuff became that. We can sell those for a high price, and these are used to craft things. So yeah, I messed that up. I need to set up another preset that has, oh, no, take those out. Power Party presets, overwrite. And then I need to set this to rename. put this as DISAM. Disassemble. There we go. And we use that. And then we sort. Okay. Now we're set. Yeah, we can't get anything that is an alpha, we can't use because it does what it just did. So what I can do though, I just made some money. So it's not a total loss, but it is a total loss in the stuff I was supposed to get. So if we go back to my main base here. What are you doing up there? Don't meditate on top of that. And we go over to a merchant. Doesn't matter which one. I'll just go to this one because he's a regular merchant. Click sell. We can sell those for 126,000. Not the greatest, but it's a little nice little chunk change there. And then I can also do this, and it will deposit those because I have those in a chest here. And then I can do this and get that there. I have no idea why you decided to harvest your wood over here, but you did. Nice. At least you're doing work. Also, the base up here is doing okay. This is the base I made for plantation. All the food and everything. We got all these guys here. Prunellas. Need a lot of berries here. Let's do this. You know what? Let's get up to like 15 around there and start that production there. So I have a flerical here for any place I have pals. I have a flerical there to do the kindling for their food. Have to give them food. Also, let me change this preset back to the disassemble team. There we go. So, yeah. So there's prunellas because you can stack those. I haven't condensed them yet. A pedala for the increased level of all harvest planting. Lulu to increase the crop growth speeds. Haven't got them up, so they're not maxed out. A cooler for watering. Another cooler for watering. The Shermer Noct for sand. The Cessadir Noct is here for their gathering because their highest gathering. 2 Cthulhu's for transporting. Kindle Bee for cooking. These guys for planting and harvesting and more water because I was noticing I was really, for some reason, having problems on getting the watering done. Especially for the carrots. It was like it wasn't, like, didn't have enough time to get over there and do them. But everything is working now. I could probably take them back, but I'm fine. No. So I'm going to go back down here to the breeding base. And we're going to go see if we can get some eggs here. Yes, so we have some eggs. Cool. Go. So I'll probably go ahead and just get rid of the alphas as well, but this will give me less alphas here. Yeah, I've got 4 alphas instead of all of them being alphas now. So now if we go over here to this and actually go back because they're in my party. Yeah, there's no way to make them not be in the party when you do that. Just doesn't work. Now we can go back over here. Go all the way down to the end here. And then do this. There's no need to keep the alphas because I'm not going to use them for anything. So might as well just disassemble them. And there we go. So I now have thermal cores and giant pal souls. These came from the alphas. These come from the regulars. 54 thermal cores, 42 giant pal souls, which I can use to raise up pals, basically. So let's see. With that there, I need to build something. I'm wondering if I can build it here. I can. So let's get this guy over here. Let's do this. Let's do it here next to this thing. Come off of that, if you would. It won't come off of that for some reason. Well, if I place it here, we'll just do that there. So basically, this is going to be my main team for wandering around. The reason why it's not right now is because I don't have the ability to make the saddle for the Elderon Ignis, for Nigel, basically. I just don't have the ability to do that. You have to get to the highest level to do that. I think he's like either last or next to last on it. Yeah, Celazir Noct is here. The Agardron that we're taking apart is here next to last level. And then the Elderon Ignis is like here at 76. And you need Palox ingots to do that. I have everything else. I just have no way to get Palox ingots until I basically finish the game. So, yeah. So that's kind of why I'm not really using him, and I'm using Beacon still. I can't even do the normal Ignis, I think. I don't know what level they're at. Not the Ignis, but the normal Elderon. It needs Sorelight, which I can't remember if that is next to last or is actually the last area. So the thing. So we go to enhance our pals, and I'm going to still do this anyway because I need to. But so let's just do the health right now. Do I have enough to do everything? I do. Nice. Do attack. Okay, I am out of... I don't have enough of the giant pal souls, so we'll just hold on to that. And then we'll do defense. Nice. So basically what this is going to do is allow me to do all of this for everybody if I wanted to. I don't really need this for these guys over here, the boosters, because they're not going to be doing anything but setting in my party. The only thing they do is increase my attack, and that's all they do. Kind of, not everybody. Like I said, I can't get the saddle for this guy. I think I possibly could if I get dark fragments, which I can get when we get to Feybreak. I don't know about the high quality recovery meds, though. I don't know if I can make that or not. I don't know what level I would need to do to get that. It might be possible I could get this, which if I can would be great. Let me go over these pals and why they're one of the best things you can do. Not really Nigel. There's other pals that you would do, but this will be my team for wandering around the world. Nigel here is going to be for me to ride on to go to various places. But these others are going to be in all teams. They're just there to boost whoever I have in the first slot for damage if I'm facing a tower boss. So Soline here, fully condensed, will give me 80% increased player attack if all pals in my party are different species. And they are. So I have a base increase of 80% attack for myself from just her thing. It's not for pals. It's for you. We also have on all of these, every one of these have these passives. Indosocratic, which gives me and any pal 50% auto health regeneration rate, 25% defense, and immune to poison and burn damage. Vanguard, which increases my attack by another 10%, so I have 90% attack with just this one pal. Stronghold strategist, 10% extra defense for just me. And then Reload Master, which was reload speed for me. Basically, this is a boost me for damage thing. The PAL can also work really well. Basically, one of the best pals you could use for this is Fellbat. Get you a Fellbat, raise it up, maybe get the correct passives on it and stuff, and you just go to town, basically. But you can use other pals if you want. Like if you wanted to, you could try to use like Jormuntide Ignis with this for burn damage. But there would be a couple of other changes you want to make if you wanted to increase your damage even more. There was a couple that increase your burn damage even more. You would probably change out like Van Worm Crest and maybe the Terra here. Krillix Terra, I think is what they're called. The Celestier Knocked. The big thing about this one is, while in a party, the pal fighting alongside you gradually loses their health in exchange for a 60% increased attack. If you have some type of life steal, this is nothing. The gradual health release is basically nothing. If you have it with like immortality, vampiric even, it'll just regen its health like crazy. But also if you're doing high level content, you're going to be carrying meds along with you to heal your pal with anyway. So yeah, like I said, every one of these has those passives. So just think, with this, I have 90% with her increased attack, another 10%. So 100% increased, 110, 120 percent increased attack, not accounting what these guys do. Damage their player deals to the enemy weak points by 30%. So if I hit like a headshot or something like that, 30% more increased attack damage. I haven't boosted this Van Worm Crest up, so that number is going to grow bigger. Same with this Cerlex Terra. When in a party, when attacking enemy weak points, increase the power of next weak point attack by 30%. Enemy weak points. These stack. You think it wouldn't, but they actually do stack because of how they're worded. This is enemy weak points by 30%. 2 enemy weak points. This one is when attacking enemy weak points. Damage 2 enemy weak points. Attacking enemy weak points. It's really, really freaking confusing, and they really need to clarify this. But this is enough of a difference in wording, and also this is yellow, that this is 30%. It does a little bit different. While in party, when attacking enemy weak points, increase the power of the next weak point attack by 30%. Next weak point attack. While in party, increase damage player deals to enemy weak points by 30%. This is to it, and the next one is the next attack. So even though they seem like they wouldn't stack, they would be the exact same thing. the wording is completely different, so they do stack. I would never have known that, so I've been watching various, like the PAL professor and stuff like that. It it just works, you know. Also, is the Christ available? The Van Worm. The Van Worm. Where is the Van Worm? There you are. Yep, you need to open up because I'm going to need your thing. And also, it's nighttime, so let's go to bed. Most of my guys have nocturnal. So it's kind of hard to tell when I need to go to bed. But yeah, so I'm actually using like Beacon for my travel still right now because I just don't have the I just don't have the deal to get it also these guys have philanthropists as well, so they're also giving me another, I think it's another 100% increase for each of them on that. So no alphas there. No alphas there. No alphas there. And there we go. So I just go back over here and just take them apart. It does take a little bit. You do have to do this manually. There is no, even at the higher tier level, there is no upgrade to this system. It is what it is. Do make sure you have enough slots. If you have to, put stuff in the PAL dimensional storage or whatever. And stuff like that. Got to do this. We should do this automatically. Okay, that one's already done it because I had them in my party. So you can fit up like I think 10 of them in at a time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Go check on that in just a second. Just gonna put all that in there so I can just do my thing here. And 115 more cores. You know, it's just so much stuff I can do with this system like this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I made 100 cakes for them to make things with, so I can just get it done. Also, unfortunately, that doesn't use the system of the condensing or other thing, the other system. So I have to do this kind of manually here. A switch. And there we go. This guy is maxed out. I could max out his work speed. There's no need to because he's not going to be doing anything work speed wise. If I wanted to use them as transporters, sure. but I'm not going to, and things like that. So this is one part of the system you need to do if you want to make um, the thing of, how do I say it, of the expedition station. You need to do the soul thing, which means you need to get the giant pal souls, which means you need to do that system and breed those guys over there. That's is the main thing to increase for expedition system. Soul condense the pal and get soul them up. Use souls on them all the way up on attack, health, and defense. It doesn't take into account uh, their passives at all. It takes account their level a little bit, but it's really low. The other two are the most, and then the last thing is trust. Trust also impacts it, but it's such a low number that you would only do that as a last resort to increase it. Uh, uh, I can't remember the name of the pal. I think I called it Ophidius, I think is what it's called. But you can also use the Elderon Ignis as well for your expedition station, which I think I'm going to be doing. So, yeah. I'm also going to get some more vegetable cakes going. I can make 78 more. What am I missing? Flour. Okay. I also need to get I need to get those made because I also need to get my Doom Mud guilds back in here because I am desperately low on money right now. I spent it pretty much getting things to make the mutation cakes and then make enough cakes for the vegetable cakes to make 100. And then I spent the rest of it on ammo for my weapon. Because we're going to be going and doing things. We're going to be going to do towers. We're going to see if we can do so at least Celine this run around. Saya and Celine, if I remember their names correctly. I think it's Saya and Celine. And that'll get us into Feybreak, which gets us into Hexalite, which then I'll need to do upgrades to my equipment. And then we'll go do Bastigor and Volgren? Vol'jin? I can't remember his name. He's a Nord. I cannot remember his name. I know his pal is Bastigor, though. So I'm not sure. And also, check how fast my cakes go now. With 4 of these guys at level 9 kindling, all working together on this one thing. It's so nice. And I can just leave the cakes in there, no problem. They won't anything, nothing will happen to them. They don't despawn in there. So, yeah. Okay, enough food in there for everybody. I'm not worried about those guys doing anything right now. I'm just going to sit there. Also, cakes in these boxes, they don't spoil either, so they can just sit there as well. I might go ahead and just wait for these cakes to be done so I can move them over there to get the Doom Muds going. So when I come back next time, I can do those. I'm wondering if I can level up my beacon here. If I have enough. I might have to go ahead and get more of those guys going. I might not have enough. Yeah, I ran out just a little bit. Okay, cool. So I just need a little bit more to max out his defense. Yeah, Beacon's going to be my main pal for stuff right now. But I definitely, probably in between episodes or something, may try and get Nefel bat. I don't know if I'll do the full breeding chain of getting the correct passives, correct stuff on them. Skills. Because I don't have the last cake. There is a legendary cake that when you do it, it gives a higher chance for them to inherit the skills, and I'm talking about attack skills from their parents. So you have to do a whole kind of breed chain with those cakes and stuff like that, and I just don't think I have it right now. All right, so let me go ahead and go in here and switch back to the Grintel, and we'll go ahead and do more run. We'll go ahead and do one more run of these guys so we can get those uh, get beacon maxed out. Got 9 more to put in here. $84 more. Yeah, that's more than enough. It should be, at least, I think. There we go. Maxed out. All right, so let's go do some things. I want to go back. Oh, no, don't go nowhere yet. We need to go grab some things here. Grab those. I don't think I need anything else, really. Yeah, I don't need anything else right now. Okay. Everything else on me. Go back to this base here. I want to see if I can get something made or not yet. Yeah, I figured she would finish it, but I do need to get them in the base. All right. Yep, check them out. See them numbers underneath that pile? 34, 6, 7. Yeah, real bad, ain't it? Yeah, they're all going to be bad. I've got Celestir is actually pretty not halfway decent at least. Those numbers go all the way up to 100. It's health, attack, and defense. So they're more numbers. This one has a 91 as it. That's actually really high on their attack, right? Yeah, it was attack on that one. Jam. Don't know why that one came out like that, but it did. see, what do you got? They're at 87, 98, 68. All right. Those there. All right. Okay. So we have like 5,000 assault ammo. We have some legendary spears, which we shouldn't really need. We have our team. Unfortunately, we can't improve our team anymore, really. Like this guy is not in effect. Let me. Oh, right. I did unlock that. Let me see if I can get that made here. Vanworm Crest is what we're looking for as a thing. This one. I just want to see if it's possible for us to do this or not. We're going to have to do the quest line. Okay. So now we have this. I really should condense these, but for right now, I just want to see if it's possible for us to do it at this level. These are like the normal mode of the bosses, but they're no pushovers, especially for my skill level. So let's see. Let's go and do the quest line as what we got to do first. We're going to try to do Celine and Saya, but I don't know if we'll be able to do it or not. So what you got? Sure. Oh, also party you. Hmm. No, huh? And now it's tower time. Let's see if we can do this. I don't know if we can, but we're going to try. There's stuff I can do. I can get the Warsec Terra belt for a lot more defense if I need it, if I'm the one who dies before my pal does. That's what I think is going to happen is my pal's going to die first. She's very beautiful. I love her and Celine. Celine? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Also, Beacon is not like a damage pal. They're my mount, so they're not really doing things. Get out of there. That's Holy Burst. That's almost pretty much instant death. Especially if this was hard mode. I'm actually doing pretty good. It's only been about a minute and she's like under half. So, yeah, my only question is, do I survive? Because I'm the one doing the most damage is why she's focusing on me and not my pal. That is poison, which I just walked into. You did good. You did good. And we got this key sphere of lust. I agree. I agree really hard. I was really hoping to have like Thunder Rail as a move for my pal before then, but I don't know what level they learned that move. But we did it, yay! And like I said, Beacon is not built for that. Beacon is like my mount. So yeah, there's no thing. The only thing that they have is that I just, fully sold them up with attack, defense, and health. That's basically it. And the quest is over here. Now, there's one other POW I could do. I just haven't had a thought to do it yet. Of a damage POW for mainly doing tower bosses. And that is Bellinora. Bellinora and Bellinora Libero are some of the best POWs you could get for a damage POW, really. They're one of the highest you could get. But if you want something that will just survive anything, that's Fellbat, according to the PAL professor. But if you have Bellinora and Bellinora Libro, um, you can do you can do those as well. Uh, you need a little bit different of a team. You need like a Prickster for poison damage. You're not really doing the damage yourself with that team. With that team, you are actually using your pals for damage, I think. What you're doing is you're using. I need to leave because I'm not like trying to do that. I'm trying to sleep. Um, what I was trying to say was you would be using Bellinor and Bellinor Libro as the main damage, the other guys as supports for those two, using their special skills of Bellinor and Bellinor Libro. And what you would do is you would actually run like a crossbow, and use poison arrows and or fire arrows, depending on which way you wanted to go, and just doing that as your damage with the Bellinora and stuff. So did that. We just got a little money we need to put up. Oh, we also haven't looked at the key item, the Spear of Lust. I've been trying to remember to look at those every time. The sin of seeking forbidden truth beyond the veil, transcending the bounds of human reason. Yep. And there's one more to get, and that's Bastagor and whatever the guy's name is. I do not remember at all. And that is over there at Feybreak, which is that way. Down there is where it is. So let's just go ahead and go to Feybreak. We'll just launch off of this one. I mean, right now I couldn't go to the World Tree, which is the end area, which is the big tree in the world wherever that thing is. I can't see it. It might be on the other side of the mountain. But I could go over there to that. That's the next area after Feybreak that they put in, and we could get over there to that. Uh, the way you're supposed to get over there, vanilla way, is to beat Bastagor and his friend in their tower, and on top of that tower is a portal that takes you over there. But you can, if you get a flying mount good enough, you can, and mine should be good enough, with Eternal Engine and Swift and Runner and Nimble, you should be able to get over there to it just flying over there. You would probably want to launch off of Feybreak though, so you would still have to go to Feybreak first. But you could do that. But I'm just going to go over there. We'll just go through Bastagor and them. I'm going to go ahead and probably do the quest line here real quick to get up to where we're supposed to fight Bastagor and them. As you can see, it's even a little bit of a struggle to get over here on Beacon. And that's because I was using the sprint. If you don't use sprint, you might be able to get there. You also kind of want to start up high so you don't have to use so much stamina doing that. I'm going to run out of stamina right here, but I'm right at the edge, so I'm fine. But you can also go over, if you wish to try, you could just swim over to that area and try to find the island that's the lowest that you think you can get to and just fly straight up from there. Don't know. I've never really looked and saw anybody do it, so I'm not sure. Okay, there's more then. There we go. So what do we get? We got the Vanguard charm schematic. Okay. Huh. I didn't think that was a thing anymore. I could have swore they turned that off. Or that wasn't a thing. Need to get 100 of this anyway, so. I'm just going to get the whole node. I also need to look for sand, so I need to come over here at night to look for the night sand. If you're wondering why I'm not getting those, it's because they're, here we go. That's what I need. I need 20 of those. Is because I know I now have a male. I'm looking for a female. I'm also looking for splatterinas as well. There we go. My favorite ground mount. Well, the regular Finlopes, but I don't mind Finlope Lux either. They're very, very fast. They jump like multiple times. They're just like the best one. I'm actually trying to find a tower, actually, so I can open up the map looking thing here. It's really what I'm looking for. I'm just not finding it. Finding one. So we go up here. This is where the scientist is. Let's see who we talk to here. Well, that's not good. Can you let me back over? How you doing? Yes, I am. Oh, yeah, it's Borjorn. Borjorn and Bastigor. B&B. So I'm next to the last level. There's only one more level left. And I'm not going to be unlocking any of that until I get to where I can get them. All right. So where are we going? We're going that way. 1,500 meters that way. Meteorite. I don't remember what the meteorite here is in this area. It's Xenovaders. Why? I mean, it's a lot of Xenovaders, but why the hell is it a Xenovader area? I don't know. Shit. I don't see. Is that one over there? That might be one over there. The towers that I'm looking for. Yep, there's one up there. Kind of thought there was. Three males. Yeah, I'm not totally sure. Where another one would be. You would think there would be one up there, but it could be like right in this area and I just missed it. So I'm just gonna head this way, south, southeast. I can't fly, but I can still travel really fast. It's just the Thinglope is a lot faster. We're canceling that because I see a tower over there. Trying to get over here. Boom. Okay, got it. Go over here. Fly up to this thing. Try again. There we go. Got the height that time. Okay, so yeah, this is the one I was looking for first, and then I saw that other one. And it was just out of render range, really. I think that's another one over there. In that direction, I say. Let's go do this quest first, though. The biggest thing is going low to the ground so you can slam onto the ground when they start locking onto you. By a white dragon. Yep. Ground. I just don't care. Yeah, I'm not sure. I want to say it was over there that I saw the next area. If you ever get really close to it, just bail. Get on your hang glider, and that just resets it. It's not like it's a big thing around here. You just got to be aware of it, you know. The thing of it is I was pretty sure they disabled this because all the people I've seen play in this area didn't get threatened by it. So I don't know why I'm different. That might be what I saw and not a tower, unfortunately, right there. Nope. Maybe this, nah, this is it over here. Okay. I was just too far to the right. I knew it was somewhere over here in this area. Now I have nowhere to go, nowhere to think of. It's going to be somewhere down here, though. South, east, south, southeast, somewhere around here, probably. Maybe further down. But I should go ahead and just go ahead and get the quest done here. Even with my cold thing, it's too much. Okay. Real quick before nighttime gets over, I'm gonna. I don't know if I can or not see them. The night sand. I don't think so. I think I'm gonna have to. I think I have to get either a PAL or special glasses or something to get it. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. I think I have to get a PAL or something to see it. I can't remember. It's been so long. But there should be night sand all over this place. I'm just not finding any. I know you needed the smoky to see. Um, no, here it is. This is what we're looking for right here. Night star sand. It's gonna take me a while. I'm gonna need a lot of. I'm gonna need to do this multiple nights because I think you need like 100 for something. And it's almost daytime already again. Yeah. So now I have at least a male and female Smoky. Yep. I didn't think so. Don't know why, but you can't just. It pisses me off that you can't just throw a spear at those guys unless you're like really higher leveled than them. Yep. Bushi Noct is killing it. At least I got the dog coins out of it. I was hoping to catch one for more transport pals. But it's too late now. The night sand's over with. Wasn't expecting to get back right on it when I pulled it out. There's one right there. I mean, that could be one I already have, but I don't think so. Nah, it is. Hmm. We're just gonna go do the quest real quick. I'll do the exploring in a little, between episodes here. Oh, what I was saying earlier about Splatterina, I wasn't talking about needing to get Splatterina. What I was talking about is getting to that area because that's where the most dark fragments really are, and also to take apart to kill the Splatterinas as well because you get dark fragments for killing them. So that's mainly what I was talking about down there. Any dark pow, I think it's every dark pow. I cannot say 100%, but I think it is that you kill in Feybreak gives you dark fragments. I think. All right. Yep. And then that'll give you the tower location if you haven't found it, just like I haven't yet. But I already knew where it was. I just hasn't been in that area yet. Let's go grab it. The waypoint that's next to it. Also, you know what? I can't remember if it's Almaskill or not. If it is, you want to get Almaskill captures and use them in your leveling party because they increase the experience that you gain. I think at full condensation, it's like 60% extra. How? Nope, that's cooling. You're Terra. Nope. Nope. Don't have a watering pal on me. I think you get 3 warnings before they fire on you. I can't remember. So there's one of the towers that are trying to shoot you down. I'm trying to see if there's a exploration tower real quick before we go down there, but I just do not see one, and the whiteness does not help. Yeah, it's right over there on that side of the deal. Place is really freaking cold. There's another Meemog. I don't know if I can reach up here or not. I can. Not that bad. Level 2. I'm just surprised level 2 can't do it. Usually level 2 is good enough for, if I remember correctly, it was everywhere. But it looks like they want you to have level 3 in this area. But yeah, that got that one. So there's got to be like one in this area somewhere. If we follow this path, it'll take us like right to it. Get some XP scrolls, nothing great. Base shall not. All right, we got it. Nice. So we got all that explored. We got the tower of Saya and Silene. We'll try and get. I don't know if I'll be doing Bastigor next or not. Probably not. I don't think I can get there yet. I don't think I can get him yet. I definitely need this area over here. If I remember correctly, I wonder if it's still the same. There's a cave over here that you can go into that has like a bunch of the chromite in it. I just need to find out where the deal is for it over here. The teleportation shrine is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I know I'm not worried about you. Hacking. Okay, it's this one. Give me a handbook. Okay. That's not really it. There's supposed to be one up at the cliff edge. Oh, there's that right there. Damn, I just almost missed that. There's one like right up there. But you shouldn't be attacking me at all. What the hell? That was really weird. Why the hell did they attack me? I wasn't flying. Yeah, that one's bugged or something. I'm not sure, but this is the last one. But yeah, that should be everything. Yeah, here on Feybreak. The exploration deals anyway. Huh. It might be the Emberstone Plateau that I needed. I thought it would be over here, but this seems like really far away. I mean, it could be this thing, and they just changed it. Let me go ahead and go over there and grab that Emberstone Plateau. We need to head directly west from here about. What's the west, southwest? Nope. I need to head this way. No, I don't remember it being over here at the lava pools. I remember it being closer to the other area, the yellow area. Swim. Get on it. I have no idea what that does. Where am I and where is it? Need to go that way. So I need to go northeast to find it. Yep, there it is right there. I do, like I said, I don't think it's here. I don't think it's this one. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's this one. All right, we're just going to go back to base now. Back to main base. I got a bunch of stuff to drop off. And I also want to see what these charms are as well. All right, so let's see what these charms are. This one is dark damage reduction and pal dragon damage enhancement. Okay. The Wandering Merchant is heat resistant 3, cold resistant 3, max carrying capacity 4. Wow. Need ancient bone 30. Gonna have to figure out how to get that. And the Vanguard is 3/3 and health up. Okay, so this would be the one you would wear instead of this one, unless you're going to want the. If you're just wandering around, you want this one. If you're going to battle, you could just leave this one on. Yeah. Hmm. Let me see. So I already have the Hexalite Quarry Mine. Let me see. There's Smokey's Harness. I need that. I have to have that. And then there is the metal detector. I'll need. There's the Fanglook's Luck Saddle. Thermocores, which I don't need to create. We already have the Hexalite Armor. I think we might go Plasma here. Take that, and we'll take that. But I'll need to level up again, and I think we'll probably get the Plasma Cannon as our next weapon. Problem is I only have one more level to level up, and then I have to start doing dungeons to get points for things. You know, which I might just ignore, and there are a bunch of mods that just unlock the tech. So I might just do that instead. What do I need for smokies? We'll need smokies for sure, because that's how you get the chromite. And then I'll need a metal detector as well. But I'm going to call it here. Like I said, this is probably our new normal. But this week, I'm just going to be recording them in the evening and uploading them. So sometime in the night, my time US, they'll be opened up. Yeah. So I will see y'all next time. Let's see, where can I find that metal detector at? There it is. I need some computers and I need more Night Star Sand. Yeah, this is why you need Night Star Sand. But there's also something where you need like 20 of it. I don't remember 100 of it. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, I got to go get more Night Star Sand as soon as it turns night, which I think it's almost pretty soon. So I might go do that before I get off. So I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a nice time, whatever time it is in y'all's part of the world. Bye.